Hello, this is Gio, and today I'm going to fish some Ethernet cable down this wall from the attic, and going to fish it right through this existing phone line. And I'm actually going to double up here. I'm going to have a phone line and a computer Ethernet plug here, and so I'll show you how to do that. So I went ahead and took off the faceplate of the phone line, and there's actually two phone lines, one coming in, one coming out. And so I'm going to detach one of these lines and actually use this as the fish. This line actually goes all the way up to the attic where it's exposed, and I could use this as a way of fishing the new line down. And of course I'll refish the one I used down with it. So here's the phone wires coming out of the attic. You can see the insulation, and here's the top of the wall, and here are the two wires, and here's the hole that they run down. Now I just want to enlarge this a little bit so it's a little bit easier to work with. I'll just use a little chisel just to make this hole a little bit bigger, and I will pull one of these up attached to a string at the end so I can fish it back through. Okay, so I went ahead and enlarged the hole, but I did encounter my first problem. When I started tugging on these phone lines, I did notice that they gave quite a bit of resistance, and I had a helper down below watch them while I pulled each one, and I did get one of them, or actually both of them moving, but it feels like they're secured to one of the internal studs. So these must have been installed when they were either building the wall, or maybe they re-drywalled and secured them, but they are secure, so fishing these through will not do me any good. So I have to go to an alternative plan B. I have this little fisher that you could, it's a really stiff wire that I could stick down here, and then a helper can spot it on the bottom, and then I could reel back in a string. So I'll have to do it this alternative way. Okay, so here she is. Here's the end through the hole, and so I'm just going to take the string, tie it onto the end, and fish up the string so I can fish down the wire from the very top. Okay, so now I'm just carefully bringing up my fish, and hopefully at the other end, voila, there's the line. Now some of you might ask, well, why didn't I just fish up the wire, in this case the Ethernet cable, that I wanted via here? Well, the reason is I purchased this Ethernet cable. It has actually two fixed ends, and I'm going to open this package, snip off one end, but I want to keep the other plug end intact, and it's a lot easier, and I want the snipped end to go down through the wall, and it's a lot easier sending the thinner snipped end rather than this one with the plug end. So that's my rationale. Otherwise, if it was just plain wire, I would have just fished it up right now and I would see the other end. So I have to do one more step. Okay, so I went ahead and attached it, and I fished it right down. It came down really easy. This is generally modern walls. And so there you go. And now I'm going to go ahead and wire up my new Ethernet plug. See you next time. Bye-bye.